get on the air, but Scott has to explain the equipment to me. So maybe there might be a better time to do that, but... I don't know. How you doing, Robin?
Good.
Good morning.
It's Friday, come on.
I was listening to Ronnie, the limo driver's stories about the Joey Buttafuoco party.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah.
How was it?
Said it was pretty funny. It was really, Joey Buttafuoco showed up in a stretch Corvette.
Stretch Corvette?
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, you could stretch anything, you know. I've learned.
Why would you stretch a Corvette?
I don't know. A stretch Did you see the stretch Corvette, Gary?
I unfortunately wasn't there early enough for that.
Right.
Boy, oh boy, I'm sorry I missed that.
There was there was a cake.
I heard there were 2 cakes.
2 cakes. Well, one of the cakes was in the shape of Joey's boat.
Yeah.
And on the back, instead of saying Double Trouble, it said Joey and Mary Jo forever.
Oh.
It was like a high school prom.
Yeah. I heard that, that when they entered, there was chanting.
No, when Ronnie said it said on the back of the boat, Mary Jo and Joey forever.
What, was it a wedding?
It was more like a prom, Robin.
Yeah. Everyone was all dressed up in like, tuxedos.
And the girls had on the prom dress?
Yeah, like special cocktail outfits.
There was a lot of love and moose in the room.
And then,
Lots
of high hair.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot of girls with breast implants, too, Ronnie says.
Mary Jo supposedly got a new ring.
Yeah, she was sporting her new ring that Joey got her. And she ran into the bathroom saying she was overwhelmed and...
She couldn't take it?
She couldn't take it.
That is true. I witnessed that.
You did?
Yes.
You were in the room?
When I said I was going home, she said, I wish I could go with you.
Yeah.
How many people were there?
There were a lot of people outside, and inside it was crowded, but it wasn't as nuts as I thought it would be. But, I mean, it had to be a few hundred.
Wow.
And then there was a sheet cake with Joe's face on, Joey Buttafuoco's face.
How do you do that? What kind of icing do you use?
I don't know. And Dominic evidently was running around the whole night telling Gary, tell Howard I really know how to run a party. Tell Howard I really know how to run a party.
So he wants to do a party for you?
He's going into the catering business.
He does know how. I mean, it was a great party for eating.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, he's a fat guy. I mean, if he doesn't know how to throw a party for eating, who does? If anyone knows how to eat, it's him. And, of course, he doesn't eat anything the whole night.
No. You'll never see Dominic eat.
No.
That's a glandular problem.
It's a freak thing that he's so fat.
It's glandular.
He doesn't go over and taste the food.
He did not eat anything. In fact, his daughter said, I usually say, tell him not to eat, but tonight I'm begging him.
Well, he doesn't want anyone to see him eating.
In fact, does he keep running back to the kitchen?
He was running around a lot. He may have been going back.
That's where I think he eats.
Yeah.
He goes to the kitchen.
Yeah.
You think he grabs handfuls of salad and just jams it in?
Quickly.
Salad is not what he's grabbing.
Let me taste that ziti.
Yeah.
Quick, revive me. Let me taste that roast. Quickly, I'm being sapped in my sink. Give me another roast.
Because the time we went to that restaurant to have dinner with him after the book party, that's what he was doing. He kept running around, orchestrating everything, but he was always back in the kitchen. The food was fine. Yeah,
and I've seen him pull that same move, too, on various occasions. I once walked into an Italian restaurant, and Dominic was sitting there just by coincidence. And I walked in, and he said, please, sit down. Now, on the table, they had just served him, like, shrimp. They had this shrimp and garlic sauce with a basket made out of food that was served in food, like almost like in a Chinese restaurant.
Everything was food.
Everything was food.
The thing it was served on was food.
All fried dish, and I sat down, and Dominic didn't eat. His wife said, we just ordered, let's eat. And he was like, nah. He had sausages, and he was like, no, I'm not that hungry tonight. All of a sudden, he lost his appetite.
You walked in.
Yeah, I ruined it. So I ate up all the food and left.
We had somebody call in yesterday who said they used to work for Dominic. And that Dominic used to order...
That was violent.
And Dominic used to order like 3 bags of McDonald's at a time, but she wouldn't come on the air. She was higher. Good.
She's like Frankenstein in here. So Dominic used to order what?
She said he used to order...
There was someone who was in charge of ordering his lunch or something?
No, she just used to see what went on.
Oh.
And she said that the stuff that would go through there you wouldn't believe.
Like what?
Well, she said like 3 bags of McDonald's. He would send out for like 3 bags of McDonald's.
Really?
You mean shopping bags?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Wow.
You know who showed up last night that was acting really strange and wouldn't talk to me? Fred the Elephant Boy showed up, and he was like, okay. You know, he came over and shook my hand, and he was with Debbie the Space Alien was his date.
Yeah.
Who looked great. You know, she had a nice gown on. She just sort of like, you know, sort of brushed us off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Brushed you off. Who's us?
I guess everybody, because we, you know, she came by. We were all standing there, Ronnie and Neil, and then she just left. They went to their own section of the party.
Well, and she was with Elephant Boy. She wanted to pay attention to him.
They wanted to be alone.
Yeah. Who wants to talk to you? Well, it's very sad. Sorry to hear that you and the space alien didn't get along.
We get along. She just, you know, she snubbed me.
Ronnie, the limo driver, said, you know, it was a party in desperate search of celebrity. And they wanted anyone who was a celebrity, and Ronnie, the limo driver, was the only celebrity until Gary showed up.
I was wondering, because when I heard reports, I didn't hear any celebrity names being bandied about.
Well, everyone was bandying my name about that I was going to this party, and I said, I'm not going to this party. I don't know why they put my name in there.
Well, when you pull up, there was all these people behind barricades,
yeah,
and they were all holding your book and big posters of private parts.
No matter how many times we said on the radio he wasn't coming.
I don't know. I'm sort of getting this reputation. I'm Joey's best friend or something. You know, I mean, that's because Dominic goes around saying it.
You hardly know him.
And I yelled at Dominic about 3 weeks ago. I said, would you please stop using my name? He said, what is this? I said, the guy was convicted of, you know, statutory rape. That's something I'm not exactly for.
Not exactly. You haven't made up your mind.
Yeah. I'm still working on that issue. I said, you know, don't use my name.
I'm not using your name. The press can send the home.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I said, come on. In fact, I'm reading the Daily News this morning. They say, well, Howard Stern didn't show up for his friend Joey Buttafuoco.
Oh, his friend?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, come on, give me a break. Howard Stern didn't bother showing up, but hundreds of Joey Buttafuoco's other admirers and well-wishers turned out last night. In other words, I'm his admirer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when did I get that rap?
In the last several weeks.
Since Dominic became his lawyer.
You want to know something?
I've expressed very, very sad feelings for Mary Jo.
Mm-hmm. You're not exactly a Joey fan. You're a Mary Jo fan.
I'm a big Mary Jo fan.
You want to know something really strange that happened last night?
How those breast implants look? Does she have noticeably different chest?
It wasn't noticeably different. I mean, it looked good. I guess she must have been, you know, pretty
very
bare
flat
in the beginning.
Pretty
she looked pretty. She looked, you know, pretty average. They weren't
pretty
over
bare.
You know, flat.
I don't know what he said.
I don't know what he's talking. He always gets complicated with his speech.
She was probably flat in the beginning,
right?
And they weren't overdone. You know what I mean? They weren't so huge like what we're used to seeing in here.
Right. She kept them normal sized. Okay. She might have just had a breast lift. Right? Isn't there such a thing?
There is such a thing, yes.
Yeah.
You know what was really strange that happened last night? They were supposedly keeping all the media out except for Steve Dunleavy and, you know, in a current affair.
Yeah.
So what happened was I
heard he runs around like he's part of the family.
I just saw him sitting at the bar most of the night on his little flip phone.
Yeah.
But all these reporters got in.
Flip phone.
I love that.
Yeah, there's a million people in the room. He's got to be on the phone.
Who's he staying in touch with?
Ronnie's on the phone.
Oh, Ronnie's on the phone? Hey, Ronnie. Ronnie.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Hey.
What's up?
Well, you called me.
Yeah, I want to tell you about the party.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was wild.
He forgot he called you.
Yeah, I forgot I called you. I was so excited I forgot. We showed up. It was about, I guess, 6:15, 6:30, because Dominic changed the time.
Right.
So,
well, yeah, it's got to be top secret.
Plus, it was daylight, so it would be daylight, and the reporters would be out there.
And Dominic must have a lot of money that we don't know about, because he was sending limos for everyone.
Yeah, he was constantly saying, hey, if you want to come, we'll send a limo for you.
He sent a limo for Ronnie, the limo driver.
So we're out.
Did you go in a limo?
No.
Oh, I thought you had gone in a limo.
No.
Gary, you had a limo.
Yourself?
Yeah, I brought my own limo.
What do you mean?
That 1957 Cadillac limo.
Gary's.
Oh, that was your limo. Gary invested in a limo.
It's a 56 Cadillac, and it's silver. It's not beige.
Okay.
I just want to know.
I mean, as long as you invested in it.
Know that,
he doesn't even know what he invested in.
He doesn't even know what he had.
All I know is people want to rent it. That's all I need to know.
All right.
He's been in it, and he doesn't know what it is.
He's completely in a coma.
So we pull up, and we're outside, and everybody's talking to me and asking where you are and everything. They want to know where you are. Why aren't you
I'm
there?
home in bed.
That's
yeah, right. I
I
said you were home preparing your governor's accept speech.
Yeah, right.
Acceptance speech.
Hey, Ronnie had a cool thing happen. Ronnie was wearing the Howard Stern for Governor button.
Mm-hmm.
So this woman comes up to him.
No, this guy who was a fan of the show comes over to me and he goes, listen, Ronnie, you got to do me a favor. He brings this girl over. She's about 5'10", wearing a mini dress, cut down to you know where, right?
Yeah.
And he brings her over to me. He goes, she'll come over and she'll give you a big kiss and pretty much anything you want to do if you give her the button.
Anything.
I would have done it.
Not anything, but my wife is standing there, and she wasn't too thrilled with it. But
should have taken your wife and told her to go walk over with Elephant Boy and Debbie Tay, the space alien.
Debbie, see what happened with Debbie? I wanted to tell you what happened with Debbie when she came in. Somebody had told her, one of her friends from the sky or something, that nobody should take pictures of her. So she was all upset because people were trying to take pictures of her.
Who would take her picture?
So she was trying to hide, like in the in corners and stuff like that, so people wouldn't bother her. And there was these three guys who realized that she didn't want a picture taken, so they were determined they were going to get this girl's picture.
As soon as you say you don't want your picture taken, people try to take it.
Right,
they have
exactly.
to have it.
So they had one guy go over and start talking to her while the other two guys got the camera set up.
I mean, the girl's unstable mentally, and she says she doesn't want a picture taken. Just if you have any compassion, don't take it.
And she looked really good. She's wearing this nice gown and everything.
She's real pretty.
Her tattoos were out, and she looked really cool.
If you're mental, stay home.
If you're mental, you...
So they
she wanted a picture taken. You got a point.
They got her all set up, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's yakking away to her. He's having a whole conversation like he's really into her and everything. And next thing you know, he turns her around and boom, these guys snap the picture. And then they start laughing. They walked away, and that really blew her head altogether. Yeah. And that's why I think that's when she kind of decided she was going to split. Yeah. Yeah. The people must have told her to leave.
Her people.
Her people. It was an affair, boy, let me tell you.
Ronnie was laughing about the cake. Ronnie's pretty tacky. Ronnie's the kind of guy who puts, rubber Playboy mud flaps on his car.
Yeah, he got the naked girl
I got over that nonsense. That was a long time ago.
The glasses were in the car for a while, though.
Yeah, right, Playboy
and
glasses.
Napkins.
Yeah, Ronnie's kind of tacky. But, man, when Ronnie's laughing at the cake...
that was back in 1984. I got over it.
When Ronnie's laughing at the cake...
You know it's bad.
You know it's a bad cake.
It was a nice cake, but the saying on there, Mary Jo and Joey forever, that was kind of tacky.
Boat cake.
The boat looked cool. I mean, the cake was wild. It was as big as the table.
Well, you said that Corvette limousine was kind of cool.
That was sharp, man. A stretch Corvette.
You like that?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. We're standing outside talking to some of the people, we're standing behind the barricades. And then the security guys come over and go, Ronnie, you got to move inside now because Joey's pulling up. You have to go inside.
Oh.
And then this big stretch Corvette limo pulls up, a white Corvette stretch limo, and then Joey got out. And then his family was in another stretch limo behind that.
Look what's going on.
Yeah, it was wild.
What color was the Corvette?
It was a whole scene. It was what'd you say?
What color was the Corvette?
It was white.
A white Corvette?
Yeah, white stretch.
Security.
The late model style, a new body style, stretched out. It looked really
wild. Did the license plate say Mary Jo and Joey forever?
No.
They have tin cans screaming.
And how is Dominic paying for all this? I mean, who is paying for all this?
I have a party, boy. I tell you.
Is that what he said to you?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. And make sure you tell Howard I know how to throw a party.
Make sure you tell Howard I know how to throw a party.
That's pretty good, Ronnie.
Yeah, very nice. You sound like Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, right?
That's some Dominic impression. All right, Ronnie, thanks for the report.
See you later.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
So Howard, you know what was strange that was going on last night? They were only letting in a certain amount of media, hardly any.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of media that snuck in, and there was I saw this one woman, she was dressed in a prom dress with a big high hair, and I thought she was just one of the people at the party. She wheels around, takes out a flip phone, goes to the corner, she's like, filing a report for some station.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they all, everyone, all these women...
They knew just how to dress.
They were pulling, pads and pencils out of their hair.
Really? I thought you were going to say in her high hair, with all the hairspray, there would be a camera hidden in her hair. Let's take a break, Robin. I don't want to fall far behind, as I usually do by now. And we'll take a little break. We'll come back. We'll start the show. There's a lot of funny things to talk about today with my gubernatorial campaign. And we'll be back right after.